wanted to come and meet people in these countries, people who are in the gender networks, people in the policy world, people in the institutional world and government world, very much try to connect up with local filmmakers and people in the creative arts.
So a more good play inside lo or Marabatinti no Muslim. He must got women's rep inside the community.
Sometimes you're a filmmaker in a small island like Bougainville and you think you're there by yourself, and then you have all these amazing people that Pacific Connections has helped you to meet through the workshops, or just through the meetings and just through traveling. And you meet all these other filmmakers who go through the same challenges or go through the same ups and downs like you, and it's really encouraging to share your story and also to listen to their stories and what they're doing.
Sim kamna bamla kam cross fight lo me ba fight mi nongo tro sen sim nos blon mi pro kur god na stap ed blon mi am sa putin na pantal ed blon mi big tol ka dem sa give me sa karel pigini sana rano guide lo bos gosta bigo amas se mamas awasi go mi sa kambe klaus be mol pas mi kilimi nongo tro.
Wasara Justice talks about the work of Sister Anna Kimbange, who comes from Wasara, North Wasara in East Sepik province in Papua New Guinea. And in Wasara, the people, there's 16 to 17,000 people or 20,000 people, and there's only one policeman who tries to deal with all the social issues there. But because Anna is there, she has started a crisis center, which she calls St. Anna Crisis Center. And from the crisis center, she tries to help people and deal with social problems and all this, any kind of problem that's in the community. And sometimes the police guy cannot deal with the problems. He sends these people to the crisis center. So the film talks about Anna's work.
Loi tambula paiti mere na imi kata sa leaflet na imi stop ya loi tambula paiti mere ko instead long Mary kote you na golo court na kalabus or you go back na you stop him this like kind of violence na you stop guru and all Mary pikini play I'm right.
Anna mi looking me yours Mary way emi sai got hot lo people inside lo North Wasara. And we bring him to the service, he come close to lo, online man, Mary lo, mipla lo, here lo, wasara lo. Down him or plan the bagarap inside lo, community blowing me.
So each filmmaker has different challenges, but I think the one thing that is common for all filmmakers on the island is that everyone just loves taking pictures and also sharing stories, especially stories from us here in the Pacific, from Melanesian, Micronesian, Polynesian people.
The more that we have a shared interest in tapping into local understandings and lived experience, then perhaps this work, this combination of anthropology and filmmaking, and engagement and partnership with Pacific organisations and agencies and researchers, is a way to create a new space that can get us closer to those local understandings and lived experience. And from what I've learnt from the filmmakers so far, and from the filmmakers and groups that we've met along the way, I'm really encouraged to think that this is a space that Pacific peoples themselves see real possibilities for. So, as I say, we're here to educate ourselves and to learn, and this is really what the project is about.
It was hugely encouraging to have that dialogue with people who are doing the same work, and I think that happens with the filmmaking process as well. You meet people who are doing very much the same thing, but there are nuances, there are differences, and you can learn from each other and what these nuances and differences can add to your own work and how your experiences can add to theirs.
The ethics around filmmaking is on both sides of the camera. And getting the person comfortable is the reason why participatory community filmmaking works. Because I'm not the cameraman anymore. It's someone from the community who picks up the camera, and we saw that in Goroka. In Goroka, the people who got behind the camera, the people who were asking the interview questions, the people responding, they did so with such fervor and joy because it was them. They owned it.
It's more good lo you wedding pikini because most times long all pikinini na big pla role part ball play mol meri. Na more good pla too lo, you must carry more this awareness inside the community or inside lo as a country or kind of same lo. Because I think lo educate more people in
inside lo cultural perspective em tok all tumbuna line tok tu lo one em lo all man Mary one time.
Along tumbuna pasini kamanta boseme mi all itogo se Mary and all Mary emi osem all a kago man. But one time this person and still all generations are inheriting yet.
Great, you've hit the stop button.
Good. Well done.
So
It's difficult.
Was the camera heavy?
And Anderson, you speak really well.
Yes.
You speak very well. Would one of you like to try on the camera?
Yes.
Come on.
Have a go.
He came late. Look at volume. Oh, he's in Buna. Islam lo zoom in. Go.
Open past time.
On it.
This is the
Okay, look in. And blow. Zoom in. Zoom in come. Go back again. Time will record.
He's a teacher now.
Let's proceed here. Proceed here. Volume talk finish. After talk one finish na finishing one interview. Stop. You press again low.
when there's a sound like this,
Stop.
it's worth waiting until the plane goes, because when we play it back, all we're going to hear is the helicopter and we're not going to hear Anderson. Rule number 1, do not film near an airport. This was just an example in a way of it was like a pop-up workshop. But what I would say, is really important is it was pop-up. It happened with a certain serendipity, but it didn't happen out of nowhere. Steve had been in touch with Anderson and the guys who were there. We'd actually spent the day with them beforehand at the market. We'd been developing relations with them, and for me, certainly, community media and participatory media very much comes about on the basis of that, and that usually takes time, it takes resources, and these are the kind of things that I think make this kind of filmmaking special.
Lumipla to sa stop. We got inside lo region, Islands region yet. Na mipla sa luluk na wakantap lo calendar of event mipla.